My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Curse of the Dead Gods. Alrighty then, we have Warmonger Claws, Swift-Ring Aegis, a Swift Bow there. Well, Bloodstake, so Stormlash and Sidewinder Sword. Bloodstake only when I'm in that stance is going to give us the 50% extra damage taken. I could totally take this. And you know what? I could totally will. How am I going to want to deal with it? Skillful Adaptation seems nice. Will of Sashal definitely seems like it's useful, especially because we're going to be starting this with more corruption, as per the description we'd read prior at the end of the last episode. Tamok's Moans feels really valuable as well. Maybe I just go in with this. Let's actually have a wee look at the map. We do have the ability to have a quick look at the map before we even start the run, so maybe that'll push me in one direction over another. I really want to go unknown stat unknown, because I do want to go enemy, champion, weapon champion, but then I don't want to go for another weapon after that. So what? I really want to take that path then? Why don't I just take this path out here and double upgrade Bloodstake? Okay. That was 100 corruption we got at the start. I don't know if we also get the plus 30, so I don't know if we're going to have a curse immediately here at the start or not. You get the plus 30 when you enter the first time. So that was just 70 additional to what we usually have. So we should have 20 until the next curse, or first curse, rather. Or not. Shadow Flame. They now burn with a Shadow Flame. The Noble's Quarter. Got it. Ah, right. Okay, so it said my max was 100. My blessing, the Will of Sashal, didn't take place until after I'd entered the dungeon, so I got a curse before it even took place. Is what appears to have happened there. Okay. This is totally a-okay. Now, I don't have Reptilian Hunger, so if I want to keep up greed kills, I am actually going to have to position myself appropriately to be able to try and find an enemy as quickly as possible. Thankfully, that wasn't even possible there, so makes me feel pretty good about not having accounted for it. Never punished. Thank you for blowing that up easily and effectively for us. Even more gold. Look, I'm not going to argue. We've got a relic room in the next area. I'm going to need some money to be able to get my mitts on anything worthwhile. I also do have to not just hard roll through all of my Divine Favor and not pick up any value whatsoever, right? What I'm saying is I'm going to have to settle for something eventually. Okay. 3 thump, and then re-engage just in time. Fully charged shot. No. Okay. It's up against exactly the one that I want to keep instead. So, Stormlash. Well, no, Stormlash is also a really, really good weapon. I'd be more than happy to use it a decent amount over the course of this run. Sacrificial Makana I far prefer to the Sidewinder Sword. Same attack speed, but it has the ability to crit enemies that are alone, and a lot of the time I'll leave like the most annoying or high health enemy until it's the final one on the field. And obviously, when you're fighting bosses, they are almost always alone, so pretty good in that instance too. Yeah, there's another pod out here. This is what I was worried about. So the positioning, as I was talking about in the last room, the positioning I would have been looking for there is while I fight the harpies on the bottom side of the map, I move my way upwards so that as soon as I finish them, I pop a new pod and immediately just gets to start fighting them. And yes, popping a new pod is definitely terminology from XCOM instead. Just a group of enemies becoming aware to your presence. And that is probably just because the Prowlers in this game look a lot like Ailermouse. They really do. Similar kind of like gangly head forward proportions. Let this not seem like I'm being harsh to those with gangly head forward proportions. I myself am a gangled man. Just identifies them quite effectively. Alright. Hoppa! You caught one of those, and then maybe a couple of those out in that direction. Oh, excuse me. Wow, I messed that up. I messed that up hard. I thought I had a ranged weapon. With my offhand. So I was trying to use that, despite not having that. 45% damage against weakened enemies. I'm unlikely to be weakening enemies with what I'm currently doing. Gleaming Sapphire, no. Eagle Talon, okay. I feel pretty comfortable rerolling here. Okay, so Eagles, I feel like I just take. So this is the highest level of Eagle's Eye now. 5% of critical damage heals you. We have the Sacrificial Marker, and we also have the Bloodstake, which is going to be critting when we are attacking from the correct distance. So it's in a pretty good position. The way to increase this past this point now is to get a Chalice of Vigor. Nice. Absolutely tore through him. Ooh, Crossbow of the Condemned slowly fires explosive shots, dealing damage in an area around impact. This is one of the new weapons. I have to take it. Like, it's specifically one of the weapons from the interaction of the Dead Cells crossover. Okay, so it's real slow fire and... Oh! Wait, can I... Hang on. Well, I didn't have the stamina for it there. Okay. So even after a perfect shot, I can still animation cancel out of that, which is good. I didn't expect that was actually going to be the case. Because it seemed like it was very much trying to emulate a heavy weapon, but in the other slot. Get him! Oh, yeah. Runic Egg really doing work there with the dark element. Quite pleased with that. What do you got for us? Plus 15 to fire attacks. Yeah, sure. Okay, just making sure none of those had something I wanted. Do I want to go to a champion 2 times here? No. I think I do want 2 upgrades on Bloodstake. I'm going to be able to pay for one of them myself, probably. It's going to be 2,400 for the first upgrade to it, I think. So I'll pay for that one, and then the other one I will steal. I will commit a robbery for the rest of it, please. Okay, got them in the end at the absolute least. Just keep the greed kill counter up, Raps. The gold actually really matters right now. Come on. No! That's what I get for thinking I was going to be able to get a second stun lock through on the Blade Master there. Rude. Everything. Huh. Well, look. Well, look indeed. Critical damage against burning enemies. Extra damage against elite champions and bosses. I probably do want to try and find a main hand weapon here if possible. This counts as a pistol, right? Yeah, it does. Steel-tipped talons deals critical damage for 3 seconds after a perfect dodge. That's a lot of crits that we get out there. We do have the eagle eye. Scales with pistol and scales with dex. Offhand combos always deal critical damage. I mean, like, that's nice, but still. And it scales with constitution. It was quite nice, but the new weapon is the new weapon, and I'm gonna take the new weapon. It's just unfortunate, because if I take the steel-tipped talons, now I feel like I want to focus on upgrading it over the Bloodstake. I think we might be bailing out of our Bloodstake plan. I think it might just be correct with the amount of corruption that we already have. I can't just keep doing more corrupt things and win. It's like, this is doing pretty good damage. It's got pretty decent access to consistent crits. Oh. I was really hoping I could get away without having to roll there. Okay, there we go. I'm just trying to make sure that I get some perfect rolls in there for the crit's sake. Really? That first roll didn't count as a perfect to you? Huh. Think we differ on our interpretations there, friend. Extra damage to the main weapon, the mace. It's not. This is late. Oh. My corruption. I can get both elites on the same path on the next floor. So I can try and do a lot of curse removal really, really quite quickly. Okay, so the rooms are going to heal us. Play it as safe as I possibly can. That'll do. Like, I've been non-negotiably keeping the crossbow of the condemned, but I am not using it at all. So what am I keeping it for if I'm not actually using the new weapon? Scales with dex. Still no. Still no on that one. All right. Let's continue all the way through to this relic. So what I'm going to be looking for here is definitely corruption anti-attrition. Once the map transformed to unknown rooms. Hopefully it didn't transform this room and then prevent it from giving me a relic. I don't even know if that's possible, but hopefully it didn't do that regardless. Okay. The explosive crossbow is, yeah, it's there. It's fine. Don't think it's ever really going to be like the be-all, end-all for me. I don't think I'm going to be using it too much in this run. Maybe if it had other modifiers. At the moment, it really feels like I'd be taking a heavy negative just to try and attempt to have it involved. Super. More corruption. Again. Cool. Gotten rid of 8 corruptions so far in the area. I really like dual wielding this with Bloodstake. I'm liking it more and more as we're going through. If I had the requisite 2400, I would actually probably upgrade Bloodstake here, maybe. Oh, sorry. In the next floor, probably. Consumed to restore 50% of max health when final blow. Each greed kill removes 2 corruption. 100%. That's exactly what we're looking for here. So that takes us to 90. And then in the boss fight, we will... Okay. So we're going to get the final curse in the upcoming boss fight. Which, not super jazzed about that. But then we'll instantly remove it and we'll have this Ring of Purity going onwards. So I've just got to try and finish this fight relatively quickly. Thankfully, there are ample opportunities in this... Wow. Immediately missed it, but... ample opportunities here to get perfect rolls, so I should be able to crit quite consistently with the claws here. And in doing so, hopefully heal. I say hopefully because I have failed a fair amount recently. That is to say, in this recent fight that I'm currently in. Woo. Yeah, I can't afford to take another hit at this point. I will then just die to attrition from the final curse. Okay, you're going to do another summon here. Alright, I really need to get you away from... Oh my god. That's the one that should be easy to roll! Raps! Alright, well, let's try this again. What do you got for me, game? Champions and bosses, Venom's Fang, Titan Slayer. Extra damage per active curse. Each attack consumes 5 gold. Makes me significantly less excited about that, though. Removes a corruption for each enemy killed. 2 things here with fire attacks by base. And a shield. That's just a good setup. That's just a solid setup right there. Tonks Burns with Charlotte. I think I will get the dexterity bonuses here. I honestly probably go question mark, gold stat, enemy? Champion, rather? So that would be a plan to get my first weapon on the first floor of the next area and then cut across to a elite. So what I'm really missing is many relic shrines. So I guess... depending on what I'm still missing by the time I get to the Relic Shrine at the end of the first area here, then I'm going to be picking quite strictly. Health loss is reduced by 25%, but we lose as much gold as we take damage. Ideally, this will have no impact on us whatsoever, because we're going to take no damage. So, of course, that means that... or rather, for the sake of getting the dex. Yeah, let's go with this one. Burn him. Mr. Burnham. I'll dash behind you for funsies as well. Even get an offhand combo worked in there. I mean, the -4 corruption does nothing for us right now because we are already on 0. I should make sure that my Storm's Bulwark, my shield that is not commonly killing enemies for me. Because everything else is going to remove corruption when it kills an enemy for me, except for that. Thankfully I have this. Thump. Gonna run away. They all die. Nice. That would have been nicer if I had have continued it. Yeah, I guess I'll take that as well, because there's no reason not to. Yeah, it would have been nice if I continued the greed kills from the previous room there. So currently, I have a plan for... I take both of these. I've got 2 more stats shrines along this path. I wouldn't be surprised if I also ended up purchasing those with blood. Plus this 12% damage up we just got at the end of that room is pretty nice. I never know which of these to go through. Alright. This one this time. And then cut out to the left as well. This is the one that gets us an extra room, I'm pretty sure. That's so rude. Ah, I'm getting body blocked by enemies a lot. Don't love it. Hopefully it doesn't happen again, because that was really, really harsh. I lost the point of Dex. I picked up corruption when I am running a corruption build. So like, every point of corruption is just antithetical to my end goal. Stop body blocking. And then... Excuse me? I'm pretty sure I charged an attack to pop you out of that shield. I could have sworn I did. Relic. Negative 30% to blood offering cost is pretty huge right now. Let's take it. There is a large part of me that wants to get down to half HP. You know what? I think I'm gonna do it. Oh, but I lose gold while I'm doing it. I'm basically buying very expensive points of Dex right now. I get it to hit me with multiple. Okay. And then... You are kidding me, right? We are... We need to take 2 damage. Unfortunately, I don't think they come in lots of 2. I think they come in lots of, like, 100. I don't know what I'm thinking, trying to get a glancing blow here. Like, that's going to work out for me. All right. Parts of the map transfer. Oh! Yeah, that deleted one of my stats and one of my relics. That's really rude. I planned a lot around that path. Get rid of you too. Yeah, that's not a safe path. That will definitely lock behind me. There you go. Love the rooms being made that simple. Three perception. We're still below the halfway mark for health, so trying to keep myself here. The extra corruption, constitution rather. It's really bad. I need not have taken that hit, unfortunately. Oh well. Oh well. Focus on it too much and I'll tilt myself, so no, I'm not going to focus on it at all. How about that? Okay. You stay there and killable. What do you got? 20% extra damage and light. I'm going to take the 1 perception now. I think we're early enough that that's going to make a difference, and I hope that we get far enough that the relic would not have been ideal for us. 4% of max HP. That doesn't get us above our half mark here. Hopefully this is somehow still stats. It'd be nice if one of them, like, became a vault or something like that, right? Like, just an opportunity for me to get a lot more power than I am otherwise bargaining for. It's gonna be like a little bit of gold down here. Oh, no, of course, the exit. So there is an entire run's worth of gold through this path, as it turns out. Yeah, really still shouldn't have gone for the offhand combo kill right there. Deals critical damage against burning enemies, extra damage whilst in light. Like, that's kind of stacked. Still don't want it, but it is kind of stacked, though. Just gonna kind of calmly work my way through y'all before realizing that I actually did get the stat shrine I'd asked for. Beautiful. Alright, and then these stats I will buy with blood, very likely. It's probably going to cost us, 1,500 or something like that. I don't think I'm making that over the course of this room with as little perception as I have. It's not like I have no perception mind, it's just not a ridiculous amount. Okay, you do that, and then I kill you with that manually. Excuse me. There we go. It's actually what I was kind of hoping for the archer to end up igniting that pile for me. The reliquary orbs are now significantly less aggressive, which I do appreciate about them. They are far more likely to try and heal their allies than they are to try and just attack you out of the blue, and their attacks take a little longer to go off now as well. It's part of the slew of different things that were added to try and make the Eagle Temple a little bit more flair. Like, their introduction to that set of patch notes was, we hear you, we've nerfed the Eagle Temple. So, it feels like it was definitely a broad kind of community-wide sentiment, which makes me feel a little less like I'm just complaining, you know? Kind of glad to hear that we're all in the same boat for that one. Alright, champ. Corruption now passively increases. This is the one they're going to remove then. Ratipu the Abomination. Honestly, I'm still probably going to try and parry in this fight. Because I really need to continue getting practice with that to body this enemy on weaker builds especially. Spin, spin, spin. Thank you. Long range attack and then single attacks, please. That was way too early. Okay, so it's the double back wind up that I need to watch out for. Yeah, because that one requires a slower response. Yeah. Got juked out by it there again. And again! Raps! Pay attention, bud. Again! You know what? I think I'm used to his timing of the lunge attack when he's in frenzied mode. I think, like, I'm constantly trying to find the middle where I need to recognize them as two completely separate attacks, basically. Got to get rid of Dark Fervor here, as much as I want to get rid of the map being unknown. It's probably the next one I end up getting rid of. Each grid kill removes 2 corruption. Huge pickup for us right there. Increase weakened effects duration by 2 seconds. Not bad, but I think I need the max HP there. I'm pretty desperate to live, as it turns out. Thank you, the extra HP there too. We have no health anti-attrition yet. That's what we would really like now. We've got great corruption anti-attrition. Like, we're settled there, frankly. Okay, and then pop you out of that form. Nice. Ah, weapon. Yeah, I don't think I buy a weapon right before the boss. Next floor, the weapon will come with another upgrade on it already. So just getting a weapon at the start of the next floor is far more efficient. Okay. Unless I mess up pretty bad here, I should be okay. Just keep beating it back. Now, I'm trying more and more to actually get the boss to take care of its own summons for me. Okay, let's get some stamina back, and then... You are kidding me! Instant summon? Rude! Oh, you best believe that's rude! Ah! They had their attacks on a kind of off timing from one another. Let's get some stamina back. And then just keep bullying. We don't do a lot of damage, but we deal it quite consistently. Ouch. Again, that was a kind of situation of the enemy kind of sitting a little off the top of the screen, and that making it harder to see when they're actually going to be doing their attack. What I need is a square monitor. Oh. You got you below your half mark at the absolute least. Ah, you didn't launch on top of him. I really wanted you to land on the elite there for me if you could have. Ouch. That's a pretty rough hit right there. Definitely one I feel like I shouldn't have taken though. Not like mechanically shouldn't have taken, like I should have just not... I should have just simply not taken that damage instead. Really? For a run with very little area effect damage, I feel pretty confident about how the kind of group hits were going against the many serpents up at the same time. One day I'm going to try and parry these attacks so that I can try and get more weakness and continue dealing more damage if it is a possibility to even parry those for weakness. Thank you for finally getting him. Good lord. All right. And down goes the Dark Avatar of the Serpent. We're still alive. We're going to remove the blurred vision, definitely. Plus 45% poison. Interesting. Warmonger Claws. 3% extra damage per point of constitution. So that's already 75% extra damage. Interesting. It also does extra damage against burning enemies and has extra damage if a secondary weapon is a dagger. With my current blessings, I don't really burn enemies randomly. And that's poison related. I'm going to take the 2 Divine Favors there. I think I'd probably take the 2 Constitution here as well. This is a level higher, too. I do want to replace the Incandescent Claws. It's just, I think I want to replace them. I think I want to replace the Warmonger Claws as well. And the first room I'm going to go to is going to be a weapon shrine, so we'll try and make the decision there. Unfortunately, there's not a haven until the very end, so... Oh. Maybe some traps got stronger in the Sun Gallery. It's only going to take one mistake to lose at this point. Without some real good sources of healing just showing up and allowing us to use them repeatedly. Gonna make sure the Blood Priest goes down first, lest it summon and heal consistently over the course of this. Gold offerings remove 5 corruption. I would love to be able to take that, but the 8% max is desperately required right now. Oh, this is really bad. There's so many of them and they're all healers. Thankfully, no one did ridiculous damage yet. Hey, that appears to have been fixed. The prophetess didn't hit me when they riposted and got hit by a trap. Nice. If that has been fixed, I'm really, really glad. That feels like it was sorely needed for a while. Storm's Bulwark. If I took the poison, now would be the right time for replacing Storm's Bulwark with the Dragon Sleeve gun. Restores 2% of max health for each enemy killed. Vengeance. Spells lock Spine. Does less damage against uninjured enemies, but 2% of max health per enemy killed when we're going in a Constitution run? That's appealing. Now that has an appeal. Gusting Glaive, rather, is extra base damage per point of Constitution. We have high Constitution. We're focusing around that. Lightning damage, as well as extra damage against least champions and bosses. It's good. It's good. Do I take Vengeance, though? Let's do it. I haven't gotten to use the powerful Riposte many times, and this offers a way for me to heal back up, which is definitely something I'm still lacking. Kind of want to riposte just to see. That didn't seem like a powerful riposte of all. I guess maybe it didn't count that as happening directly afterwards. Oh, okay, that seems a bit more like a powerful riposte. Plus 66 are all healing effects. Yes. Definitely worth. Down. Beautiful. All right. Bloodstake, continue to carry us, please. So, okay, first upgrade is 2 rooms away. Although I do have the champion between me and it. Ooh. Love that loot! Excuse me. Trying to make sure that enemy dies to the appropriate claw, such that I get my corruption removal. Nice. Anyone down this side of the map? Usually is, but yeah, I think we got their attention with the explosion already earlier. Perfection. If I can 3-combo one down, I don't think I would have had time to do that. Especially with the heal going out there. Nice. Wait, this isn't Bloodstake as well. This is Spetzelot's Spine. So my bad on having gotten that one wrong, but the healing is certainly pulling us along right now. Deals critical damage to enemies under a certain amount of health, and it also scales with Constitution. Alright. It's also a level higher than the one that we currently have equipped, which is pretty good reason to go in that direction. Speaking of going in that direction, we have a vault maybe at the end of this line. Vaults, if we succeed, gives a cursed item, and I can just trash that cursed item to remove a curse, so that may be a direction we end up going in here. Alright, champion of the Jaguar. Come on. There we go. Rest of this fight should be pretty simple. I mean, I could try and use the old Smeltslock spine for these. I don't know. What's better damage output? It feels like the claw is better damage right now. Accounting for everything like attack speed and things of that ilk. And that gets you blood 30% HP. Okay, so going Bloodstake into claw is quite good there. Don't really like that I took that hit. So you're going to try and get back to the middle of the arena before you do your... There we go. Resummon specifically is going to be the end of that sentence. Which is why I was trying to force them away from the middle of the arena. Okay. And now I still do want the chance of dropping the boss weapon, so I'll kill the summon first, and then... the boss right after, or champion right after as they currently stand. Not great. Explosive barrels have an increased explosion radius. I mean, that's going to be re-rolled. Venomous Fangs. Plus 30% damage whilst in darkness. Restores max health per enemy killed. It's got the 20% extra damage already active because I do have a shield on my offhand. But am I going to continue having a shield on my offhand? We're now offered the Smith & Wesson Schofield here. Schofield, sorry. I think I might go... perception boost for both of them? Yeah, just take my curse removal and 5 perception jet on out of that room. Upgrade at the moment is still earmarked for the spine. Yep. Knew that explosion was going to happen, so I was trying to haste myself away from it. Yeah, anytime I kill an enemy with this weapon, I'm getting 90 HP back. That's huge. It's monstrous. So I should definitely be kind of exclusively planning around it even. There we go, one down. You take out the summons because there's no one to resummon you. Beautiful. 2, 3, you go down. I bring you back up. Hey, bring you back up, I said. Nice. Beautiful. As long as I can get Deadeye down, simplify the rest of the arena as much as I can. I thought it was going to be a lot more simplified than that, but no, there's a Blood Priest, unfortunately. Oh. Well, how long is there going to be a Blood Priest for? Doesn't feel like too long. Alright. You'll take all of those hits, and there is a guard break or poise break effectively happening at the end of those. Alright, that is the tracking effect. So I've got to make sure that I roll back and forth when that occurs. I mean, at any time, I could attempt to just parry one of these. I don't really want to try that, but I could. There you go. That'll do it. I mean, I should get some practice in parrying while I'm holding this still. Gains obtained from offering a gear object to the gods are increased by 33%. I'll be taking that over the bow edition because I don't think I'm going to be going for a bow at this point. I think I'm pretty set on Bloodstake. Cause of Evisceration getting an extra level is nice, but I think we're going straight for a level 7 Vengeance here. Level 7, level 5, 6 by the end of this. Permanent haste, but I have to kill enemies. Okay. Okay. I've got increased damage weakness until I've killed enough enemies, that is. Okay. So that hit was literally just to make sure these enemies are no longer undamaged, so my first hit is not so weak against them. I love having this haste. This is making using heavy weapons so much simpler because there are so many more things that I can dodge just by walking rather than having to specifically use stamina. This is grand. Absolutely loving this. Get him. And get him too. Malicious dagger. No thank you, but I will take... Ah! That was really, really bad. I missed the final hit. Somehow. I guess I just thought the enemy was going to be attacking slightly slower. Not really still used to the increased speed at which elites attack. But I thought I was just going to stagger the enemy. Evidently no. Take the 10% max HP there. Like, I've actually managed to full heal over the course of this dungeon so far. That's pretty wild. I'm also just going to keep the permanent haste after I've killed the 18 enemies here. Extremely pleased with all that. Alright. You are kidding me, right? I don't think I want to start building a second cursed weapon right now, especially one that does demand that I use it for all of my kills. So that I get its base damage increase, that is. So right now I'm looking for a better shield, I guess. What if I got Barbed Whip? And just used its combo to open up enemies to damage and then started using Spetzelok's Spine afterwards? I could see that. I think I pay with blood, though, because I get to pay with money in the next area for the next upgrade on my vengeance. And this is weird. Like, most of those attributes on there, save, you know, offhand's crit, didn't really contribute to my decision-making there at all. It was just that it is a weapon with a quite wide offhand attack. So I can get that kind of early damage in. Beautiful. Let me parry more. Here, cut through. Nice work. It's going to be at least 2 combos, if not 3. Oh, never mind. 10% max HP. Enemies go with the environment. I mean, like, that healing's not even relevant for us right now. I do want to start getting back to 50% HP and getting the constitution gains again. Because it feels like we are now in a position where we have the ability to heal up from there. So this is exactly when we would want to be taking that damage. Thankfully, I do have traps in this room that I can just take the damage to afterwards if I decide to still. Nice. Yeah, I think I will. Come on, then. Keep on going. Keep on going. Keep on keeping on, friend. We're losing gold while we're doing this, of course. Ow. One more shot should do it. That'll do it. Don't want to take any HP out of that. Oh, wow. This leapt to far too expensive, actually. I still want to do it. The fact that it's got the 2% max health restore makes it easier for me to attempt to use it for parrying. Well, obviously not in this situation against the vault, right? Let's account for that right now. Dodging makes me gotta get rid of that one as soon as possible. But it makes it easier to use for that because if I do fail the parry, I still have the ability to try and pick myself back up. I have that health gain available to me. Three. Okay. Down. I just gotta not get hit here. Like, we should be able to pull that off. Spin, spin. 2, 3. Yeah, I think we can do it. As long as I don't get too caught up on trying to use a single weapon and end up taking damage as a result of it or anything like that. Nice. Ooh, Blood Weeper, Life Maul. 10% of damage dealt also heals you. Yeah, I'm definitely not taking this, so we'll remove a curse with it. Get rid of Dark Swiftness quickly. Wait. Excuse me? Wait. Yeah, Curse of the Headless is the one that gives us the extra speed. Sorry, it said Swiftness, and I was like, I didn't get rid of the one I wanted, though, did I? No, is the answer to that. No, I didn't. I don't know if there's any self-damage opportunity. Yeah, there's no self-damage opportunities available in this room, so I'll take the HP out of that. Alright, boss. And second phase is going to be very easy to weaken you. Until then, though, I mean, I can weaken you with a charged attack. Okay, you've got your fire. Come out into the midline. Just gonna constantly weaken you and try and deal the damage that way. 3. Yeah, we're really not dealing too much damage with this weapon just yet. What's it? Oh, right. It doesn't scale with curse or having other cursed weapons or anything like that. It's just got the extra healing. That's a decent amount of the health bar. I can feel okay about that. I shouldn't have tried to do that, but I did. I want to do the parry riposte, and it was cool. The parry riposte deals, like, 2.5 times our finisher. That makes it really good, actually. Stamina back. Nice. 3. I would love to get the relic that says you cannot take more than a certain amount, a certain percentage of your HP in a single attack. That'd be still pretty dang useful for us. Despite the fact that we have high constitution, just because of the amount of damage that certain attacks and traps especially deal in this mode. Just keep spanking them. Yeah, no, you can totally do that. You're not going to go out of light, though. Ah, that was a parry attempt right there. Come on, let me parry. Yeah. I really like that riposte. This is the end of the second area, isn't it? Yeah, we had the serpent kill earlier. Nice. Feeling pretty good. Let's get rid of Auric Malediction now. 4 Constitution, 100%. No two ways around that one. Extra damage to fire attacks. I don't really do fire attacks. 6 dex is 12% damage up. So that's about that. The problem is if I actually go attributes into the vault, like I really do want to go to the vault, but if I go to the vault, then I'm immediately going to remove my haste. Like that is just going to disappear. I don't want to go gold stat, gold stat. Challenge room, relic, maybe upgrade. Okay. Let's do that then. It seems like a good enough idea to just get approval on that. Hey. Hold off, bud. It's my health bar you're ruining. Just quickly loop you over my way again. Kill. Beautiful. I should be trying to parry more. Got to keep that in mind. Try and parry more with this spear. I would have parried that Blade Master hit as well. Hey, get him. I think I can parry any of the baby hits though, so. The tracking on that hit as well, by the way, was reduced, was nerfed. Also, like the champion baby's health was reduced. Not as many babies can spawn at the same time. The normal baby's health was reduced. It's just a lot of very needed things happening there, and it's quite encouraging when you feel like, hey, I think this is probably out of tune and could be addressed, and then the next patch note update is like, yeah, this is kind of out of order and needs to be addressed, so here's us addressing it. The attack after their teleport goes off slightly later as well. All good. Really wish I was dealing more damage with the spear, though, still. Gain more dex, I guess. Okay, let's get this Blood Priest next, I think. Just because it'll be a chore and a half to try and kill an elite enemy while that's still around. Crackling grenades. Thrown bombs deal additional damage on their path. I would love to use that at some point. Not right now. That's not what we're up to in just this moment. I love how despite taking damage, my health is still in a really good position. Hey! That's what I get for trying to parry. Hey! There we go. Oh, okay, so yeah, it's still just like a normal attack, gated by normal attack range and things like that. But it can hit multiple people. Interesting. Definitely get a spot of the old corruption removal right there. What do you got for us? Yeah. Dark Flames doesn't really impact us much at all. Alright, baby. Let's see exactly how much damage you can take. 3. Nice. If I have 2 of those at the same time, suddenly I'm going to be in trouble. But at the moment, nice. I wish there was a baby attack I could parry here. Although this is just a stock standard normal baby, so it's pretty easy to kill. I don't need the health out of it as well, so I can just kill it normally. I want to have a run where I start with a cursed weapon that has the 2% of max health returned on kill. I want to start with a weapon that has that, because then I can get... Hang on, I gotta focus on the parrying here. Hey! Okay, I definitely had the timing on that second one correct. I don't know what to tell you. Got him. Keep getting them and don't stop getting them until they got. Beautiful. Took some corruption trying, but still pretty happy with where they ended up. Yeah, because then I can take the any excess healing turns into gold modifier. And just try and bank a ridiculous amount of money by basically using my constitution as perception, because it would be increasing my gold gain. Not necessarily my treasure find, my gold gain at the absolute least. While also addressing all of the other things that constitution would address for us. Survivability, mainly. So glad this gives me the ability to just do some parrying. Get him. Beautiful. Extra damage on daggers, 5 perception. I mean, it's more perception than the perception relic that I'm currently holding, so might as well grab it for at least that reason. Okay, that room could scarcely have been better. 10% negative on gold offering costs. think I'll take that over the golden mask there. Golden mask is actually like a really good amount of health for us. Or sorry, gold for us in this build specifically. Down. Take swipe, swipe. Ah! Tried to parry again. Why? Excuse me, I still don't have a stop me from sneezing into the microphone button yet. I really need to just sit down and set those up. I always have great plans, like, oh, you know, after I finish work today, then I will set up all of the different new things that aren't on this new PC just yet. And then I finish work and I'm like, I really just want to play Horizon Zero Dawn. Game's good, by the way. Really enjoying Horizon Zero Dawn so far. Been kind of no-lifing my way through it, playing until like 4 a.m. every morning. It's been ruining my sleep schedule. It's been absolutely destroying it. But it's also been a good time, so... balanced. Okay, now I'm probably going to get rid of the Scroll of the Sacred Songs just because the 33% is no longer worth if I have to drop that relic. If I manage to remove this curse, though, I get the relic slot back and I keep the Divine Favors, so I can be pretty picky with the relics that I get in the final room. Nice! Ow! Hard committed to the attack and couldn't roll backwards, unfortunately. Alright. Actually, maybe I do want to just go for 2... sec. Whee! Yeah, actually, I probably do want to just go for 2 relic rooms and just search for damage reduction relics. Because I'm not going to be able to heal by killing enemies, consistently at least, in the final fight. There is a phase where I will be finding new enemies, and that's good. But the point where I'm likely to die against the second phase of Clovis Paradu doesn't have anyone else that I can kill on that map. So an anti-attrition relic that is based around based around critting would be really good as well. But other than that, just damage mitigation. One down. Let's try and just stun you out of anything you would have wanted to do. Teleport, teleport, teleport. Stun instantaneously and get that kill. Hey! The dog isn't even trying to hit me. I'm constantly parrying it, but it just misses. Okay, well that time... Come on, I was in a corner. You couldn't have missed that time. It doesn't get credit for not missing when it's shooting fish in a barrel. No. I didn't leave you alive so you could summon. I left you alive so that you could... Oh. Healing effects? Maybe. Maybe I take it over the blood offering cost right now. Or maybe I blood offer before I do that. Yeah. I left it alive so I could parry it. I'm just a bit disjointed at the moment. Alright. Actually, that's the one that I can get rid of right now, definitely. I do want the gold from the challenge. I just want to be able to guarantee that I can get all of the best benefits after the final boss. Nice. Nice! Oh man, the parry really makes this. I really wasn't expecting the parry to be as big as it is. As important as it is. Corruption removal there. Okay, I definitely feel like I'm going relic now. Although, I don't have the ability to free up my final relic slot before then, which is, certainly not great. Certainly not what I would have opted for. Come on. Let me parry. Let me parry. I can't believe the Prowler didn't attack that whole time. I thought it was going to be easily the one that would have attacked and allowed me to parry. Well. Enjoy your healing, because evidently I cannot do anything to stop it. Wasn't ready to parry that one. Nice. Absolutely cut through him. Still really don't want to parry you because you're going to do the 3 shots in a row. Back up to full HP again. Ain't it grand? Honestly, just having haste is so good. Like, I almost feel like I want to play every run trying to get to see as many curses over the course of the run as possible, just so that I can get it. I wouldn't be entirely surprised if it ended up getting nerfed. I'm going to say. I don't want it to, but I wouldn't be surprised at all. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to destroy that, I don't think. Perfect Ultra to restore an extra stamina. It's not bad. Comes with perception. That doesn't really help us in any way, though. I got 12 rerolls. We reroll. Eagle Eye. All right. Well, that's definitely coming along with us. No two ways around that one. Each Greedo removes 2 corruption. I don't think we have many more opportunities to do that. So, Eagle Eye. Yeah. I can pretty safely purchase the last relic here with blood if I need. 12 corruption. You love to see it. It's so nice to have healing that is independent of kills having turns up there. And then we've also got 2 modifiers for how much it actually even affects. Oh, okay. We need to get a baby off the field. Too many babies on the field right now. Nice. Thinned down the arena appropriately. Now it's just you and I, baby. Dang. It's my bad trying to roll into a wall. No one else on account for that. These rooms become so much simpler when you have speed. Really bad on the timing of your attacks. At least got the second one there. Can we manage the rest of this? I think so. It's really gonna come down to negative 20% from champions and bosses. It's not bad. It's not bad. That does fulfill part of what I'm looking for here. +1 level on cursed weapons with 9 dex. That's so much extra damage. Oh, gosh. It's so much extra damage, which converts itself back into healing. I have to take that. It's also worth noting, a lot of these are Constitution Dex, Constitution Dex, Constitution. So when these all level up at the end, because I'm just going to pay manually for their level up. I want... Yeah, it's 1 more Constitution to keep the Tainted Effigy instead. Because we're just going into a boss anyway. But those will upgrade to give us more Constitution as well as more Dex. So increasing our max HP and damage further. Now I should be parrying in this fight. But I should also be doing it well. The Riposte, you see, is a big crit. So it's super good for healing us back up. Heal up. I say heal up. It's just stamina. Really bad. I don't know why my parries are... Well, I know. Just not doing well right now. It's fine. It doesn't have to be an underlying cause. But straighten up and fly right, Raps. You can do this. You've absolutely destroyed this enemy with parries before. There's nothing that says you can't again. Maybe ease off a little. Come on. No! Oh my god. I can't talk. I can't talk. Got him. Woo! All right. We get to heal back up to full. We're fine. Let's... I mean, actually, I could pick up a relic here if I get rid of the Divine Pact. 33% all healing effects. Yeah, that's not going to be much damage for us after we pay for everything, so... yeah, take the Chalice of Vigor. Oh my god. This is my first time in the final fight in the final mission. Bit of a long episode, but... I think it's worth it. Okay. 100% of max health, please. All of my weapons gain a level, please. And all of my relics gain a level also, please. 13, 6, 7, 7, 7, 12. Oh, whew. Yes, 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 yes. All right, Clovis. Ooh, feels like we're zooming out further than we had previously. Or maybe I'm just looking for things to be different. So I'm not really going to be parrying while Clovis is in the first phase much at all. I mean, I could try and parry the Dark Marks. But honestly, I don't really want my curse removed at all. Because I would like to keep my oh, there we go. Curse of the Headless is already gone, and there goes my haste. As I was saying it. Summons. I think I should actually be able to go... Yeah! Just offhand crit them all. Clovis? Care to take a moment to allow me a couple of hits in here? Oh, Dark Mark. One of that, I think. I mean, you're below half HP. You should really be spawning someone right now. There we go. Hey, let me parry. Thank you. Oh my god. Really being given the business for trying to parry here. It's okay. Managed to heal back up quite significantly. Cycle through. Try and get a single one out. 1, 2, 3. Love to have gotten another cycle off there, but... Wait, no, the enemy is below half. Okay, keep going, keep going. Nice. Hey! Again, kind of boxed in without the ability to get out there. That was showing next to the hand of the enemy leaping through the sky at that point. The Tomb Horror. That was showing the little symbol that says this is a parryable attack. The little glow effect. But then it wasn't parryable. Well, maybe it is parryable and I just got the timing wrong, but it felt like it wasn't parryable. Speaking of not parryable. Not really enthused by how much damage I just took there, to be honest. Hey! Yeah, the boss attacking upwards with that laser is really bad. No, shoot me again. Let me parry. So parries are how I'm gonna heal in this fight. I really need you to allow me to parry. The ability to dodge and get that dark mark removed. There we go. Unfortunately, because they keep seeking me, I can never really get at the right range for my spear to be healing more consistently. Spin, spin, spin. That's a leap, I think. No, it's spin. Oh god, yeah, that was ridiculous damage right there. Left myself completely undefended to it. Okay. Please change away from that weapon. My movement speed feels really limited right now. Really? Did I load in? I feel like I loaded into the wrong difficulty. I feel like I made so many more mistakes than would be allowed in a run. I'm definitely suspicious here. All right, see what the see if there is a different final. Oh yeah, that's different. I think we're now accepting it and becoming Clovis Pardieu. Which makes me feel like this is definitely the higher level of difficulty. Yep. We're the new Clovis. As soon as Clovis started changing weapons to different weapon kind of stances that exist in the base game, I was like, okay, well, I think I can see where this one's going. Well, hell yeah. I gotta be honest, there's part of me that doesn't believe that I deserved that. I don't know if that run really deserved it in terms of the performance of the individual weapons and the individual fights and things like that. However, I definitely made very specific decisions over the course of the entire run that put me in a position where I could survive those kinds of things. So really, it's that I'm taking issue with the mechanical kind of the mechanical the pulling off is the word that I'm looking for here. The mechanical execution. There we go. Oh, what a game! What a game! From now on out in the series, by the way, it's very unlikely that any of the episodes will have episode numbers. And they may no longer be daily, especially if I have something else that I want to swap into the slot. Oftentimes when we're recording Curse of the Dead Gods, it's like a batch of them are recording at the same time because I just really, really, really love the game and want to play it a bunch, so I wouldn't be surprised if it still ended up being daily, but now that we've got the full completion here, and everything past this is going to be a kind of like individual run, not necessarily contiguous with the rest of the series. Kind of frees up a little bit of the docket. My God, this game's incredible. I really, really, really like this game. The feel of it, just perfect, just absolutely perfect. I also do want to make sure we go through the entire credits, especially on the first completion. Anytime I get to the first credit scene for a game, I like to do so. Oh, you've even got special thanks to a Discord family in Sky Enigmatic, Double Dog FF, Lopido, Pandemic Trauma, Barely Kuda, Haru Lunez, and Ninetail Ochimaru, as well as Lao. Nice. Good game. If somehow you've made it to here and you still haven't got the game yourself, and you were on the fence somehow, I'd recommend it quite heavily. Got a new start screen here revealing the definitely looking like the ancestor from Darkest Dungeon there, definitely. Like, the facial hair in particular springs out of that photo, as well as the kind of like influence of corruption. But for the moment, my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Curse of the Dead Gods. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.